Hello gamers and welcome to another Eyehasaxe review.
Today we bring you two games, Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2.
Now as you know, we base our reviews on 4 topics: gameplay, controls, story, and graphics. Let's move on to gameplay.
Alright, we're going to do Left 4 Dead first. Pretty much, you go around, shoot a bunch of zombies, and move from safe house to safe house. You can obtain different weapons like the shotguns, which kick ass, automatic rifles, which kick even more, and hunting rifles.
Which completely suck.
Oh, come on. Well, they could be useful in certain situations, like if they released an expansion and added a zombie that could only be killed by that.
It'd be freaking stupid.
Pretty much.
Now there are also special infected with their own special abilities that you have to watch out for. The smoker pulls you away with his long tongue.
The boomer barfs crap all over you.
The hunter hops on top of you and pretty much rapes you.
The witch.
You're screwed, don't even bother.
And the tank. Well, pretty much picture a tank as a zombie. In fact, a regular tank would be easier to kill than that freaking thing.
Also, if you cause a loud commotion, a horde of zombies will come, and when that happens, make sure your parents aren't around, because you're going to scream swear words. A lot. You'll curse so hard your ass will hurt.
I know mine did.
Now all that's just in campaign mode. There are 2 other modes, Versus and Survival.
Versus is exactly what it sounds like. One team's infected, one team's survivors. It alternates every round, and you just see who can last longer.
And Survival is just a never-ending horde. How long can you last? It's kind of fun the first time, but after that, you pretty much would have more fun watching paint dry. But overall, gameplay is pretty much amazing. I give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Which gives it 8 out of 10. Now on to controls.
The controls fit very nicely. Right trigger shoots, throws items, heals, and lets you take pills. Left trigger pushes, X activates, B reloads, left bumper crouches, right bumper is a 180 turn, which is useless, and A jumps. The only problem that I found with it is why the heck is there no sprint? I'm in a zombie apocalypse, for God's sake. I think I'd be able to sprint.
If you didn't weigh 300 pounds.
You're hilarious.
I'll give controls an 8 out of 10.
And I'll give them a 7. 7.5 out of 10. Now on to what little story there is.
Now, some people may argue that there is a large story to this game. Well, there isn't. You know, there's a zombie infection, it's 2 weeks since it started, and you have to escape. That's all you know, that's all there is. They don't even connect the campaigns, really. It's a good story, but it's generic. I give it a 5.
And I'll give it a 5 as well. I mean, I've read better stories on the back of cereal boxes. Now, story gets a 5 out of 10. Now on to graphics, which are very good, but they definitely could be better.
The graphics are really decent. Zombies are fun to kill, and the facial expressions on the survivors are really good.
But there's not enough blood and gore for me. The explosions were pretty cool.
I'll give the graphics at least an 8.
And I'll give them an 8. 8 out of 10. Now remember, graphics only help games. They don't make the game, but they help. Now we average all 4 scores out. Gameplay, 8. Controls, 7.5. Story, 5. And graphics, 8. And it gives us a 7.1 out of 10.
Now, it didn't make the Hall of Fame because of the genericness, but it definitely upped the zombie genre. But you won't have a revelation from playing the game.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you'll look back and think, man, that was fun. But anyway, based on the score, we placed the game into one of 3 categories in the gaming library. 8 to 10, Hall of Fame. 4 to 7, Keepers. 3 and below, Suck So Bad Destroy It.
This game falls under Keepers. Now on to Left 4 Dead 2, which is pretty much the same thing, only more stuff.
Gameplay is the same, except they added 3 new special infected, new weapons, and new campaigns, and 2 new game modes. Now don't get us started on the new characters. They all suck.
Their development was horrible, and none of them have personalities except for Ellis.
And Ellis is really annoying.
Oh, shut up.
Now, one of the new modes they added was Scavenge. You run around and fill something up with gas while another team is infected and stops you. Fun at first, but gets old real fast.
The other mode is Realism, which is the campaign without the outlines of items and people and no hero closet. Wow, they got real creative with that one. The new special infected are the Jockey, the Spitter, and the Charger. The Jockey jumps on your back and pretty much humps the back of your head until you die.
The Charger runs really fast, grabs one person, and slams them into the ground repeatedly.
And the Spitter spits an acid patch on the ground that burns.
The new weapons make the game a lot better and add more variety. The new campaigns are good, but not as good. They added in a couple stuff where you would start a crescendo, then rush to another point to stop the zombies, but it just don't beat the classic crescendos in my opinion.
I like them, especially in the one campaign where it rains real hard and you can't see crap. I'll give gameplay a 9 out of 10.
And I'll give it an 8.5, which makes gameplay 8.75 out of 10. Now on to controls, which are the same. Now on to story. Oh, wouldn't you know it, it's the same. So controls gets an 8, and story gets a 4 for creativity.
Yep. Now on to graphics, which, big surprise, are the same. A little was improved, but you can't really tell. The game was rushed when they made it.
They did add more blood, which I did like. I'll give it an 8.
8 out of 10. Average them out and it gets a 7.2 out of 10. Big surprise. I mean, it's the same thing as the other game, only a little better.
Now, people may argue that Left 4 Dead is better. Well, people need to face reality. They're the same game. Everything's the same, only Left 4 Dead 2 is better because it has a little more. Deal with it.
Join us next time on Eyehasaxe Review.